So there's a TikTok video, well, filter, really. First of all, y'all know I don't need no intro. So there's a TikTok video going around, and in the video, it shows how you looked as a teenager, or for some people, because some of that shit don't even look like them people. But anyway, and it's triggering a lot of people because it's having them to basically physically see themselves, not on a picture, but as a teen. So it's causing some people to kind of reflect on what they would tell themselves or said teen at that, back in the day. And I was watching it and I'm watching all these reactions and like people are crying, people are like really having a hard time with this. And I'm like, what is that about? And I was thinking, well, damn, what would I tell myself back then or whatever, what have you? And then I was like, it hit me this morning. It was like, nothing. There's nothing that, I'm not going to say that. There's no advice that I could give myself as a teenager, because if I was to give myself certain advice, it would change the trajectory of my life. I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't be the person that I am right now. Would I be the person that I thought I was gonna be at this age? Maybe, maybe not. But in thinking about what I would tell myself, there's really nothing that I could tell her to change anything that happened. And I think that sometimes we feel like if we could go back and we could just tell this person, leave this person, take this opportunity, let go of this friend, make this friend, forgive this person, not forgive this person, that it's going to change something. And most likely it would. It would change everything. Because if I was to take the time and literally say, Kristen, when you was a teenager, don't do this. Don't be with this person. Don't have this friend. Don't get into this argument. Everything in my life would be totally, totally, totally different. And I can't say whether or not it would be worse or better, but I know it would be different. Would I have the kids that I have right now? I don't know. Would I have the perspective that I have right now? I don't know. Next month, I'm going to be 34 years old. And although there's a lot of things that I wish that I could have done or would have done, at the end of the day, I can't, if I would have done that, I probably wouldn't have the kids that I have, and I wouldn't trade that for nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy for us to feel like if we would have done something different, our life would have been so much better. But one thing I've learned in accepting where you are, right, is number one, you can still move forward. If you don't like where you are at a particular time, you can still move forward. The second thing is, which my sister will always tell me, broken hearts heal. Whenever you think like your heart, this person has broken your heart so bad, like, oh my God, I'm not never going to feel this way again. I'm not never going to love this way again. Child, please. I'll tell you something. Not true. So freaking not true. You will love that way for the right person. And the right person won't break your heart. The right person won't have you questioning whether or not you'll ever find somebody else, because you'll be with them because they'll be the right person. So there's no broken heart in the equation. Also, you don't have to forgive people that really, really, really hurt you. You don't have to forgive them. You don't have to accept certain apologies, right? You can move on without having to forgive this person. A lot of people say, well, you got to forgive them to move on. No, you don't. It's my opinion. What you have to do is try to forgive yourself for that situation, for what you did or did not do in that situation. But that person is irrelevant. Their sorry is irrelevant, because half the time it's not even true. And we hold on to this concept that, oh, well, I have to forgive them so I can move on. I used to think that too. No, you don't. You don't. you can move on and heal yourself and forgive yourself, which is something that I'm currently working on. And that in itself is a struggle, to forgive yourself, to say, you know what, I wish I didn't know better at that time. And that's okay. That is hard. Forgiving somebody is easy. Forgiving yourself for allowing somebody in your life, forgiving yourself for this person hurting you, forgiving yourself for not seeing certain things, that's the part that's hard. Right? But as I said, if you go back and you change even one minuscule thing about what you have been through, you may not be the person that you are today. And even if the person that you are today is not currently where you want to be, you still have the opportunity to move forward. You still have the opportunity to change your story. You still have the opportunity to grow. And you have the opportunity to teach someone else, so that they won't make the same mistakes, so they won't have the same pitfalls. I always say this: if everything I've been through in my life, all the hits that I've taken, all the pain, all the losses, all of that stuff, the abuse, all of it, if I had to do that so my kids would not have to, then that's just what it is. If my sole purpose in going through the things that I have went through in my life was so that my kids don't have to endure that, then that's just something, that is just a burden that I have to accept. Right? Because if I had to choose for somebody to go through something bad, whether it was me or my children, I would have to go ahead and just take that. I would have to lay myself, on the altar with that. So if y'all looking at this filter on TikTok and it's making you, did I say Snapchat in the beginning? God damn it. You know what? I probably did. I don't know, child. But if you're looking at that thing and it's making you feel bad, find some forgiveness for that person. Instead of saying, this is what you should have done, da 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 da, or talking to yourself in a way of making a different decision in a moment, tell that person how much you love that person. Tell that person how much that you're going to forgive them in the future for whatever they're doing at that time as a team, because that's the biggest thing. We don't forgive ourselves. We so focused on trying to forgive somebody else that we never really forgive ourselves. And that's all I gotta say.